So here's my first process video for using my homemade kit. And I'm going to start this off by saying, disclaimer, I'm not at all happy with how this layout turned out. I haven't scrapbooked in a really long time. Well, for me, a really long time. It was about a week since I scrapbooked last, and I was feeling really, really rusty. And I thought that I would just go ahead and go with a little bit of a grid layout, because I thought, well, that'll be easy to kind of put together and kind of get my creative juices flowing and get me back on track and all that. And it did. And then at the end, I totally just messed it up. Totally just messed it up. But you'll see. It's not horrible. Just I was a little disappointed in myself because I really, you'll see, kind of messed it up at the end. But right now, it's looking pretty good. I knew I wanted to use my 6x6 pads and my 3x4 cards for this layout because I thought that those two items would make really great grid layouts. So I cut some cards using the donut paper from my Saturday collection by Dear Lizzie, and then some of the other 3x4 cards that are from various collections. Then I got my wood veneer out. So you see that little wood veneer? It kind of looks like notebook paper if you turn it on the side. So I had this really good idea, and I actually loved how this part of the layout turned out. So I made myself some small journaling strips, inked them up with some vintage photo paper, or vintage photo ink, and then I laid the photo strips across this notebook paper looking wood veneer. And I really, really love how this turned out. This is the one part of this layout and the grid design that I love it. I like how it makes my journaling pop up and gives it some dimension. I love that you can see some of the little notebook punch, between the wood veneer, so you get the idea of what that wood veneer is and what's behind it. And I really, really like how that card turned out. And I love how the journaling turned out on that wood veneer. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do that again in one of my other layouts I create with this kit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this textured paper. And I knew from the beginning when I did this kit that I was probably just going to, use little bits of this paper because it's really, really shiny. And for this page, I decided to do some photo corners, just for little pops of gold on the corners of my photos. And I really like this one too. I like this part too. I like how that turned out, the little gold photo corners. I decided to use all of my little donut products. So I had little puffy stickers and different things, and I wanted to use them all up on this layout because this is just a really simple layout about one of the things we did over the summer. I would go to the cupcake place by our house, and they always have little different kinds of cupcakes that are shaped differently, and this day I got one that looked like a hamburger. And the hamburger patty is actually a brownie, and I knew my son would love it, so we went ahead and got it. And actually, I know it looks icky sweet, but it wasn't. It really wasn't sweet. I had a couple bites of his, and it was good. I think she kind of lowered the sugar content to make it, not super icky sweet. And this is, I'm going to do my title. So the sweet on the video looks like it's blending in, but you'll see me here. I kind of pull it up to make sure. But in real life, it really doesn't. That blue card, which I believe is from the Saturday collection by Dear Lizzie, that one has these paint swashes on it, and those paint swashes are going to get me into trouble in a little bit. But I decided that it gives it enough contrast. In real life, it really doesn't blend in as much as it looks on the video. So I'm going through my these ephemera pieces from We Are Memory Keepers, and actually I only end up using that one that says, "Oh Happy Day," because directly diagonal from it is the journaling card that is those two shades of the aqua and the blue, and I thought that would make a nice place for that little banner strip. And then I grabbed my puffy stickers, the donut, and the two ice cream cones. And now I have that treat part of my title, which is in black. And I thought, well, we need some more black on this layout. So I grabbed my washi tape that I kind of snuck into my kit. And if you watch my kit share video, you know all about the washi tape. So now I'm just punching. So I grabbed those little offcuts of my donut paper, and I am just going to go to town. I'm going to punch circles till the cows come home and get all these little punched circles. And then what I did was I just arranged them into kind of like a random pattern at the top and the bottom around that washi tape. And now I'm going to put the little gold sequins down, which is going to help because I have the gold photo quarter. So now I have 3 of the puffy stickers with the different colors and the sequins and the donut paper to kind of make everything look really good. And right now, after I get these sequins down, I love this layout. And I wish I had never done what I do after I get done with this layout. So I get all this down and I think to myself, well, see that card over there where it looks like smushy paint? Wouldn't it be cool to drop some ink splatters with my watercolor and like smush them up and kind of put a little bit of smushy paint on this layout? No, Sarah, it was a bad idea. No, I'm looking at myself doing this going, no, stop. But I'm blaming it on the fact that I haven't scrapbooked in a week. That's what I'm blaming it on. So I think I find the right color to make a navy blue, and then I want to do the tiny little really light pink on the donuts. And watercolor, you know, when you put it on, it looks really bright, but then it kind of soaks in. So I think I'm doing okay here. And then I just went crazy with the splatters. Like, that's just crazy. It's crazy. Crazy splatters. And then I think, well, the color isn't lightening up like I want, and so I dab it with a paper towel because I was like, oh, look, because of the 3x4 card, they're all smushy, so I'm going to make them, you know, smushy. No, don't do it. While I do think this technique would work, while I do think it is cool looking, I don't like it on this layout at all. Even this morning when I went back to the layout and looked at it, I'm like, oh, really? Do I have to do that? So then I decide I'm going to do the edges. Now, I will say this. This technique of splattering the watercolors and then dabbing it off with a paper towel, it looks cool. But on this layout, the colors were off. They weren't blending out and lightening up the way I imagined that they would. And it just, because of the grid design, and it just didn't go. It just doesn't go. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this on the sides. And again, I really think this technique is cool, just not maybe on this layout. So I definitely would try this again with a more artsy technique, with a more artistic page or something like that. So check this out. So I hit it with the paper towel, and then you can really like recreate those little splatters like that are on that card, that 3x4 card. And that was what I was thinking, was that I could make it put some more of those really cool kind of watercolor splatters. And it does look cool. And it does work. And I would definitely try it on a more artistic page. But I really just think it's the fact that the mixed media and the grid design in my head just aren't blending well. So that's going to be my first layout for this homemade kit challenge. Be sure to like and subscribe and go check out the other girls' videos. You can find their channels linked below. Bye!